you might ask whether I just wake up with this type of bedhead. It looks nearly perfect. That's right. That's right. It looks nearly perfect. Except I did not. I tied it up when I went out, and I just untied it because it was giving me a headache. So, oh, there's some questions as to how someone should learn a piece. Okay, I'll tell you. The first thing you should do is basically what I do, but I do the work for you. So what I do is I go into Logic, which is the equivalent of GarageBand. You could even use GarageBand. I don't even think you need to buy like Logic Pro. Okay, I play one hand of the accompaniment, and then I play the other hand, and I play the hands together. Even though it's really sloppy, I go back and edit. Okay, I go back and edit it, so then I know nearly exactly what the accompaniment part is. And then I go and I record also in not just the accompaniment part, but the voice part. So before I even start learning a piece, I've done a lot of work. And so I think that in general, singers are rather like diva-like, and they don't really want to learn how to play piano. And I think it's crucial today. Like, you're not a complete musician unless you learn how to play keyboard, at the very least. Okay, I'll tell you. I spent about, let's say maybe, because this new piece that I'm working on is from Die Entführung aus dem Serail from by Mozart. The aria is Malten alle Alten, okay? So there's 9 pages to the piece, approximately, with the piano accompaniment, which means it's fairly long, but the lyrics are more or less repetitive, okay? And so after I've learned the piano part, more or less, okay, at the very least, you should read through it. Okay, at the very least, you should read through it. And be somewhat competent. Okay, then I go back to the lyrics and I try to read it and familiarize myself with it and the plot. Okay. So I'm going to basically video record everything that I actually sing. So I have not touched this piece by vocalizing yet. Okay. I've practiced the lyrics, the diction, a few times. But I practice it in the way that Vikai would want you to practice it, which is Martin alle Alten mögen meine Warten. So very focused on placing the vowel on the main beats. Martin alle Alten mögen meine Warten. So none of the, no mushing around that. Not Martin alle Alten, okay? It's Martin alle Alten, right? Martin, no, it's Martin, okay? It's Martin, okay? You have to say Ma, and then Martin, aller Arten. Because when you carry the phrase by connecting the vowels, it's really important for you to squish just really quickly and crisply produce the consonants. Martin alle Arten mögen meine Warten. mögen meine warten. Now let's repeat at least 3 times. Ich, and that's where the ich verlache Qual und Pein. Ich verlache Qual und Pein. Nicht, and I tried to find where I should place the mixed consonant. Nicht, because that's difficult. Nicht soll mich erschüttern. Nicht soll mich erschüttern. Nur dann wird ich zittern. Nur dann wird ich zittern. And even though I'm chopping it up right now, I'm going to work on connecting the vowels, okay? When I'm saying it. Wenn ich untreu könnte sein. Wenn ich untreu könnte sein. Lass dich bewegen. Lass dich bewegen. Verschone mich. Verschone mich. Des Himmels Segen belohne dich. Belohne dich. Doch du bist entschlossen. Doch du bist entschlossen. Will ich unverdrossen? Will ich unverdrossen? Will ich jede Pein und Not? Will ich jede Pein und Not? Ordne nur Gebiete. Ordne nur Gebiete. Ja? Lärme, tobe, wüte. Lärme, tobe, wüte. Zuletzt befreit mich doch der Tod. Zuletzt befreit mich doch der Tod. Okay? So then I try to learn the lyrics a little bit. And then I go to the practice track that I make. Okay? So I've made this practice track. Okay, so the practice track, and I'll tell you, the problem is that I don't stop when I make a mistake sometimes, or when I have tension. So basically, if it's kind of okay, I let myself pass, and I think that may be why the same problems are not going away. Okay, so I need to not do that. I need to basically stop whenever I'm encountering issues or tension. Okay, and then I should stop. One phrase, and I should stop. Okay, and I need to make sure that there's no tension. Okay, so something is triggering, like my vocal folds not to vibrate properly, and I think it has to do with something that I cannot actually control. Okay, it's some sort of spasmic thing that has developed. Okay, where I just have to figure out where it is and to fix it. Martin. So it's right. Now these, to start these, it's not simple. Why? Because these are pretty big intervals. Okay. Fourth. right? But the thing about Mozart that's good is that this declaration in the beginning, you don't necessarily have to connect it in the bel canto legato style, right? Because Mozart's not necessarily something where like you don't have to say because it goes bum 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 bum. Okay, it's okay. It's a declaration. Martin. So I say and I say, where is the tension right now? Martin, 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 Martin. Remember, there's an R in there, which is, I think it's tripping me up. Martin, Martin. Okay, you see this? It's Martin. There's two R's in there after the vowels, which is a little bit tricky. Martin, Martin. Okay, so Martin itself, Mar, because of the R, Mar. Okay, you still have to use the tongue a little bit to say Mar, Mar, Martin. Okay, so I think the trick is ventriloquism. So to move the tongue as little as possible, Mar, see that? Mar, Martin. So sing Martin. Okay, so put the R in the nose. Instead of Mar, which is in the tongue, Martin. Okay, and say Mar, turn. Okay, Martin. Okay, Martin, eller Arten. Okay, so there's no R in the Arten, okay, but there's still an R in the first syllable of it. It's not Martin eller Arten. It's Martin eller Arten. Okay, which is tricky. Okay, but you can push this by going which is actually easier. Okay, because you're lifting in the palate. Okay, if you're resonating up in the higher, or if you're resonating here, okay, you just have to be sure that when you're so the R's, do not use your tongue. Okay, don't use your tongue back. Arten. Okay. Martin. Okay. So only use the tip of your tongue. Okay, but don't use the back of your tongue because that is causing the tongue retention. Okay. So Martin. Okay, so here is still piano, okay? And alla Arten is where the crescendo is, but really it's still only crescendo up to like maybe a mezzo piano, mezzo forte, okay? So there's no real need to sing this in a way that is oversung. Okay? And because you have to remember that this is really, all of Mozart's quite light. I don't think he actually wrote it to, for any type of, you didn't want, a huge sound on this. You don't need to use a Wagner voice for Mozart. In fact, you don't want to. Right? So, Martin, you see? It's like a plane taking off, okay? You're going, right? But you've got to have enough lift in order for it to take off. And there needs to be certain pressures, but not on your vocal cords. Okay? It's not pressure on the plane, it's pressure underneath the wings. Okay? It's the lift is from the pressure being under the wings, the air pressure under the wings that lifts it, right? So if there's enough pressure here underneath, if there's enough flow underneath, then you take off. So yeah, think about proverbially what the analogy is. How do you manipulate the sound or the airstream such that it helps you with the absolute minimal effort, right? So now why is that sounding floppy? So for me that sounds like I'm not really, closing my vocal folds, essentially. Like that sounds to me to be like extreme damage because I'm not actually closing the vocal folds together. It's like this. It's almost like you're floating a little this way, okay? Instead of yeah. So carefully. Okay. Okay, as I said R, I did this again. I used my tongue to lower to drop that R. Whereas I should have lifted it into the nose. So that's a huge, huge, huge deal with this piece. Not alle Arten. Arten. Okay. Okay, so it's Arten rather than Arten. Okay. Arten. Okay, because nobody hears it because they want you need to Martin. Martin. Okay. Okay, next part. I'll just go. Okay, so it's mögen meine Warten. Okay, so the R's is going to be really bad, but the M's are not going to be bad. So see that? It's because I put too much pressure up here, okay? And so by the time I'm putting too much pressure, some sort of spasm happens. And you say Warten, Warten, rather than Warten, okay? Okay, mögen mein So I think about it this way, the shape. I think about this. Okay, warten, 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 warten. So watch. Mögen mein. Okay. Okay, I already started feeling tension. Why? It wasn't quite sitting. It wasn't quite resonating properly. And I'm trying to figure out how to describe this. Okay. It feels like your tennis racket like this, you didn't hit it on the sweet spot. So let me try it once badly. never-tin. So that for me sits too low. Okay. A lot of people will say that's actually singing at your larynx, which is proper. But I want never-tin. Okay, I want it above that, you know, the laryngeal sound. So from here, this is actually difficult because how do you say I have trouble with this because I think you have to go because the E, instead of using like other ways of getting up there, you almost have to just do that. You have to expand a little bit. There we go. I think now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I like that. Okay, I liked what I did there because it felt relaxed. So I say batin, and it has to be really rhythmic because that's what Mozart. Like, there's no case in Mozart where you're like allowed to be anything other than like explicitly rhythmic. So, and because there's no crescendo, it's not you could, but this is only like the like the second phrase, the second microphrase, right? The first long phrase, the second microphrase. So the expansion is only its expansion is like this. Okay, it's not. Okay, you want okay, and then next is okay. Ich vielleicht. Okay, I'm already starting to feel this really like dreadful, like okay, but let's try to. I think what I haven't done is because I'm so scared of it. I haven't just gone with it. Okay, I feel this. Okay. What's wrong with that, right? Because I feel tension there. That's why. So I want to keep it high. Ich vielleicht. Okay. You could say how do you do that? Okay, and I think that's exactly how it should be. It's not it's not dragging down, okay? It's just trying. It's almost like razoring something horizontally. You're kind of like, the air is a little bit like thin. The airstream is kind of like a razor. It's almost like you're like with a razor. It's like, and then blood comes out. Okay, so I think that's good for the next part. Okay, here, tell you what. People will say you can take a breath, okay? And as far as I can see with Adita Gruberova, who I think sings Mozart as Mozart wants, no breath. It's what is it? Oops. Because the words are okay. The words are Philache. Okay, you cannot cut up a word. Okay, you cannot cut up a word in the middle of it. You cannot breathe in the middle of the word. It would be like if I said, you cannot breathe in the middle of a word, which is just something you ought not to do, right? So, now, I haven't worked out this positioning. Now, think. Okay, now I'm going a little bit like hoarse. Okay, this is what you want. This is probably what you want to practice singing. Because that's where the range is. Okay, I'm already starting to feel tension in the back of the tongue. Instead of it's and there's a lot of tension still. And to keep it a little bit more like compacted, because I feel like from my hearing, I'm feeling like it's a little bit too spread. I'm going, and you cannot do that, right? Okay, so it should be okay. Now, why is that why is it I feel like there's a dragging kind of force? Okay, so when you stop the spread and you try to focus your sound, okay? So what exactly do you think happens when you say la versus la, la versus la? So I'm putting the air a little bit more like focused, like instead of it's okay. Okay, let's do the easiest, whatever is the easiest for you to have no tension. Okay. What makes it so that I have the least tension is an or or We'll try or e. Okay, now as I get up to here, it gets yucky. Okay. Okay, why? Why am I having issues here between the G and the A? Because I'm not on top of it. I'm struggling because I'm a little bit lazy is what it is. Okay, you have to do that. And I'm still scared of the note for some reason. I'm scared of the high notes, and I'm tightening, and I'm not yawning. Something's strangling this. Okay, it's just like, okay, let me just push on. So I'm gonna strangle this. I'm just gonna sing like this, okay, on purpose, to see what it sounds like. Okay, let's see what exactly does this. I'm just wondering what all of these, like, what does the tongue root really do? Because so if I'm having issues here, I'm gonna start from here. I'm gonna sing it freely. E. Because when I sing E properly, and I lift it, I'm lifting it into the hard palate. Okay. Okay. Now, I think when I'm actually choking this part, if I'm putting pressure on this, okay, I'm actually not able to like tweak it as much. If I'm doing this, it's very strange because if I'm doing this, like if I just put my fingers here, right, or even this, okay, what's happening is it's like I'm preventing the spasm from coming, okay, and I think there is spasm, okay. I'm preventing the spasm from disturbing the line because this is already like if you're already like this, if you're already like this, there can be no spasm. So oh, that's so weird. Doing this, I'm preventing myself from going into a position which I really hate. And I'll show you. That's a position I really hate. Okay, but if I'm doing this, okay, then I'm not. Isn't that so weird? Okay, that's so weird. Okay, so watch this. Okay, you see that? As I'm going up, my tongue root is tensioning. Okay, it's just literally tensioning. So if I'm going like this, how weird is that? If I'm actually like choking myself right here in the tongue root, meaning if I'm just grabbing onto my tongue root, it prevents that weird position. Again. Okay, so this is what's causing the issue. The tongue root is what's causing the issue, but I'm trying to figure out why it is. Is it psychological? Is it I'm doing something weird or something wrong, you know? Try again. It happened again. My tongue root's coming up and it's tensioning right here. Okay, so it might be from PTSD. it's still wrong. Okay, I think strangely, I'm managing my tongue root incorrectly here as I'm passing the passaggio. Okay, because I want this to a certain type of sound. Okay, there, that's better. I kind of. There it is. Okay. So it's I have to go okay, it has to be like this. So when you sigh, you go right, but you close your mouth and you sigh, right? You close your mouth. Okay. You go towards the end, you're closing your mouth, and your tongue root actually goes up. What you need to do is just practice sighing with your mouth open and your tongue root relaxed and your tongue down. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, watch. So I think we can pass on this just for now, just because I discovered this. Okay, so as long as I've made some sort of progress, it's good. Okay. The la is troublesome for me too. You know, the funny thing is, I have like a glut. I'll tell you what I have a glut of, okay? Of like cyclobenzaprine for my neck problem. I should just take one. I'll probably fall asleep though. Yeah. I'll take one. To have 5 milligrams worth of it, okay? What I'm gonna do is, because I don't want to fall asleep, I always fall asleep. So I want to see if like it kicks in at a certain point in time and it actually disengages this. Forbidden. Lemonade is forbidden. So people actually are not supposed to do that. Okay, so this should kick in about 10 minutes, okay? Okay, it's still problematic. It's still, ugh. So I like sitting on an E, but you see, the E has its limitations. Okay, the E. Okay, that's a problem right there. Because I'm starting to like, the E is triggering like some sort of problem down in the larynx and on the mechanism. very bad. I just realized. Right here is already like damp. It sounds damp to me. Okay, like it's not resonating. Ich will okay, so it sounds strangled, right? Okay, one more time. Ich will. Okay. Ich will. Ich will. First of all, you don't need to like slam on each note, so it doesn't have to be. Which is good to cause tension, anyways. Okay, so it's. And I think that's too saggy. So if you sing. Okay. I just need that to open up. Okay. Why is it easier? And the G is already bad. I feel like it's something like the tone root's coming up. Okay, and I don't know how to make the tongue root go down because it's only like, you know, been a few months since I've learned about the tongue root. Okay, being a problem. So instead of I'm saying okay. Very difficult. Oh. That's a lot of tongue retention. Oh my gosh. Very bad. Very, very, very bad. Let's go on. Okay. I need to like severely pull up my actual music. I just realized I really would like to see the music, sheet music, instead of just my turn. Our turn. Okay, so are we? We are still on the first page. Yeah, it's a lot of working on, like, you know, managing passaggio and so. Okay, and the strange thing is, whenever I sing, it's always like there's like different issues every time. Which is a problem. Like, I'll just wake up and I'm like, you know what? Why is it my voice is coming in like an entirely different like octave in my brain is just like completely screwed up. Okay, go. that's sort of too dropped. Okay, here's the problem. I went. Okay. It's so strange, you know. German is a little bit difficult to sing because und it's making the consonant sound right while not just being entirely crass about it, I guess. Alright, this should be really easy. But I've been just having so much issues with like weird, you know. Attention in the tongue root. It's really weird. Ich will I'm still scared of that C. So I should do. And just try to phone it in the nose. And then to add the laryngeal resonance. I hate my laryngeal voice, which is why I just try to fake it, which is not something anybody can do. You cannot fake any part of your voice in an opera. It's just too exposed. Yeah, it's weird. It's like I'm running out of. I'm scared. There's some sort of scared. I think I have some sort of PTSD here. Okay, so. La. Ich will la. Ich will la. Ich will la. I think I have to be more forward than I'm trying to be. Ich will la. And I think I have to regroup on the B. Ha. So I should sing. Ich will la. So a little bit more, like a little bit of placing on the B, on the second B. So, ich will la. So ich will la, and then a little bit of like just something. Ich will la. let's think about this, okay? Because here's the wing of the plane. You have to take off, but you don't want to be like too loud, okay? So you cannot put too much strain. Maybe you should just, it should be maybe like, oh, more like this. So, as you drop at the end of the phrase and you're running out of air, what do you do? See, that's not good. I'm so fucking lazy. I'm not using my diaphragm. Okay, let me try to use my diaphragm a little bit more. I think I have to pull back a little bit more. I think I'm just going like this, and the tone is coming up, and it's like, ugh. Yeah. I think you have to kind of manipulate it as this. I think those notes in between, the anchor notes, you have to kind of manipulate them such that you don't have to use the most, energy. So it's Qual und Pine. There's no instance in which somebody can sing kick. Sorry. Villache. Wait, why did I say K? It's Villache. Wait. It's not Italian. Oh, it's just it's here. It's Villache. Brain is not working. Okay, hold on. Villache is a word, okay. I think you have to go. How do I feel there? Very bad. How do I want it to sound? I want to do this. I think I have to go. You have almost have to say. It's not okay. It's Philache. So. My tone root. Oh yeah, I'm having a lot of trouble between this and this because after the run you get really tired, and from here to here it's not manageable, okay? So So it's hello. Okay, I'm having some issues with this. Okay, so it's pacing in this phrase, which is problematic. So I think you have to go because saying sh and then qual, it's difficult. Okay, let's do this properly. And then you have to go. I think at the end you have to go. But that, for some reason, causes tension. Yeah. That ending phrase is causing me tension. But how do you get rid of tongue retention there? Because something's triggering it, okay? Coming from here. Okay, so I'm going to test different things, okay? If you keep going, okay, you can go. Or, okay, you can go. Maybe you should go. That is weird. Okay. You just have to place it as though like this isn't here. Oh, I'm not resonating in the right place. And it's okay. It's here. I know. I have to really place that in the palette. So A. And then to really chop it and then say. Because the here is not a part of that phrase. It's not a part of the slur. And the qua, unfortunately, is a mixed like qua. Okay, qua, but the should be down the downbeat. So it's that A has to resonate. Otherwise, you're totally gone for the rest of that, and it would be really tense. So, you see that? I just like got. That's not correct. Okay, so I'm going into this A improperly. So what if you said? Very difficult properly because this is only the first like half of the freaking page, okay? And if you have tension here already, you're not going to be able to do anything, okay, past this. So think. That's about as light as I can sing this, and I wonder if, because I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like slippage. It feels like there's some sort of like I'm not quite in the sweet spot. Like there's some sort of slippage. You know, like how things, like let's say like you had the gear, okay, like a round gear or something like that. It was like a round. Let's say this is a round gear, okay. It was a round gear, No, okay, here. I'll put this here. Okay. And then there's something wrapping it. Okay. You know how the gear runs, right? When gears are running, sometimes there's like this, like some sort of thing. Okay, okay. Let's say like if it were if if the gear had some sort of friction that worked with this thing that, you know, this rubber thing, you know, and it's, but then if there's slippage, okay, if there's slippage, that's what it feels like. It feels like it's not in the. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if it's a gear and it's supposed to roll along with the whatever it is, whatever it is, because I'm not a factory worker, and uh, then, you know, it's supposed to work. You know, it's supposed to just have traction. So if there's enough friction on this thing, then it would run properly, right? But there isn't. That's what it feels like. Okay, that's what it feels like when you don't have traction when you're singing run. Okay, it feels like there's slippage, and I think I could use that term slippage with fair amount of what, like inventiveness, like fidelity, yeah, fidelity to the linguistics of something of that sort. Okay, so we have. Ich will because if you say ich will see that I went and then it feels like there's that slippage, and this does not feel like it's slippage. That feels to me like there's maybe like I'm still at 80 some odd percent. Like when I'm really dead on and it feels like it's resonating properly, I'm like really happy. But you know, it's been an hour, and I've worked on like half a page. So I think I think that is the issue, which is this part. It's just coming up. Monsters are coming up. Okay. Yeah, that's so weird. Why? Okay, I get to figure this out. I'll figure it out, I'm sure, at some point.